All right, today's show, we're going to talk about why people will not call you back after a one night stand. And I was inspired to do this show because of an email I got from one of my players. He said he was down in Miami. He was kicking it on the beach. He met this young lady. The next day, he smashed. They did the do. And then the day after that, he never heard from her. And the young man was confused. He was like, damn, Flex, what's going on with this female? I had a nice little vibe with her. We did our thing. And I haven't heard from the woman since. She's not returning my calls. I don't know what happened. So what could have went wrong? And a lot of women ask this too. A lot of women want to know how come after they have a little liaison with a guy, the guy won't call them back. So let me take care of the women first. I'm going to give the women some game on why guys won't call back first. Then I'm going to give my guys some feedback on why the women won't call back. Now, when my ladies, all my ladies, sit down and let's chop up some game. Get you a cup of cappuccino or something, just vibe with me. Now, ladies, when you're dealing with a dude, there's about basically 3 reasons why he won't call you back after you guys have a one-night stand. Not even just a one-night stand, just a sexual liaison, because a lot of times when you say one-night stand, you think of meeting somebody at the club, having sex with them, and then they kicking you to the curb. A lot of times women will go out with a dude for a few weeks, you have sex, and then nothing's popping after that. But a lot of women do have one-night stands. So ladies, there's 3 reasons why a guy will not call you after a one-night stand. Number 1 is the obvious reason. It should go without saying. Number 1, he has a lady at home. If you have sex with a guy, you meet a guy and you're vibing and the vibe was right and you're feeling the dude and the sexual chemistry is good, and then the next day you don't hear from him, the next week you don't hear from him, you don't hear from the dude, obviously the guy has a woman at home and he can't jeopardize what's happening at home. That's a given. That's the most obvious reason. Now, the second reason a guy will not call you back, let's talk about the single guys. After you guys have a one-night stand and you know the guy is single and he still doesn't call you back after the sexual liaison, the guy will feel like having sex with you will lead you on. He just doesn't really want to have a relationship. And a lot of guys will still have sex with you even if they don't want to have a relationship. Let me put that out there. Even if a guy doesn't want to be your man or he don't want you to be wifey, he'll still continue to have a sexual relationship with you, even if the sex is whack. See, a lot of women will be like, well, damn, maybe my sex was whack. Men don't give a shit about that. We'll make whack sex work. Just lay there and let us do our business. A man will keep a jump off with whack sex. All she has to do there is sit there and get wet and we'll work it out. But the thing is, if a guy feels like having sex with you will lead you on, he'll be like, it's just not worth that. So that's the second reason. He just don't want to lead you on. He's single, he doesn't have a woman at home, but he does not want to lead you on because he doesn't want to have a relationship with you. Got it? Now, the third reason why a guy will not call you back after sex, there's probably something wrong with the woman hygienically. Because again, remember, like I said, to men, whack sex, we can work out whack sex. A woman who's boring in bed, we'll still hit that every now and then. But if a guy just cuts you off completely, if a guy does not call you, there's something going on with your hygiene. That's something that a lot of guys, if he has any kind of sense, a lot of guys just won't tolerate that. And all my players know what I'm talking about. We've been with women, she was fine, she looked good, and then when we hit it, something didn't smell right. She had a lazy titty. She had a knife wound in her abdomen. Somebody done shanked her with a Coke bottle or something. And just something didn't look right. Something didn't smell right. You know, she done took off her drawers and it smells like sour buttermilk. Something didn't work out in that bedroom. Something traumatized us a little bit in that bedroom. And the thought of that is a turnoff. Maybe the woman had bad breath. I done seen that too. I done kicked it with women with awful breath. I've had women whose breath smelled like an orgy. The breath smelled like somebody been having sex in their mouth. A whole gang of folks having sex on their mouth. So those are the 3 reasons for women. Now let me get on the players. Now with the guys, it's a little more complicated. With my players, it is a little more complicated. Now, when men have a one night stand with women, there's generally 5 reasons why a woman won't call back. Now, don't go for the excuses like a woman saying she was busy. Don't go for excuses like women say, I lost my phone. Those are smoke screens. When women say, oh, I deleted your number, that's why I didn't call you. Those are smoke screens. That's not the real reason. Never believe that. Never believe that. Women, even if they delete your number, they know how to find you on Twitter, Facebook. Let me tell you something, fellas, if a woman is really into you, if a woman is feeling you, a woman will get at you. A woman will track a dude down that she's feeling. If a woman likes a dude, a woman will track your ass down. I met a girl at the club years ago, and this was before Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. And we were vibing, but I was in a real mackish mode, and I was macking up on other girls, even though she was cool and we chopped up game. I just didn't get her number. I just didn't exchange numbers with her because really it slipped my mind because there were other fly females in the club. So I'm like, I have to, I only have so many business cards to give out. That's how mackish I was in the game. But this young lady, very attractive young lady, she felt the vibe, and about a week later, that woman called my house. And my number at the time was unlisted. It's still unlisted, but the woman called my house. I'm like, how in the hell did you get my number? She's like, yeah, I got connections. I'm like, damn, now if you that bold and that thorough, we got to fuck with each other like that. So we kicked it, and she was cool. But that just goes to show, if a woman is feeling you, they'll make that real effort to step to you like that. So when women say stuff like, oh, I lost your phone, I lost my phone, I deleted my number, oh, I'm busy, those are smoke screens. So what are the real reasons why some of these women will not call some of my players back? The number one reason a woman will have a one night stand with a guy and not call him back is that she's giving up some revenge sex with you. When she's having sex with you, a lot of times women are trying to pay their boyfriend back for something he did. And I kind of discussed that in my book, The Art of Macking, how women give up revenge sex. You meet a woman, she just broke up with a dude, and you hit that, and then you don't hear from her no more. That's because she has gotten her gratification for paying her ex-boyfriend back, and now she's back with him. So she has given up some revenge sex, and she's back with her dude. So that's why you don't hear from her no more. Now, number 2, the second reason why a lot of women will not call back after you have a one-night stand is because some of you guys are too damn clingy. Some of you dudes, after you get your one-night stand on, you start cupcaking with the woman. Now you start calling her 5 or 6 times like the sex was just incredible, and now you become a follower of her. You starting to follow the woman, and now she's looking at you as being kind of weak. She's looking at you like she done dominated you with her vagina. And that's not a good look. Y'all remember the movie Boomerang? Boomerang is one of my favorite movies. You guys should rent that and look at that and study that part of the game. It was some real good game in that movie. In the movie Boomerang, Eddie Murphy was campaigning for Robin Givens' character. They ended up having sex, and then he got real clingy, started sweating her, and then she got turned off by that. Women are like that in real life. After you get your little one-night stand sex on, stop. You don't have to sweat the woman. Don't do that. Sweating women turns them the hell off. Now, let's get into number 3. Now, the number 3 reason why a woman will not call you back, brothers, after a one-night stand, the number 3 reason is probably because the sex was whack. That is a possibility. We have to acknowledge what it is. Sometimes women don't call you back because the sex is whack. Unlike men, because like I said, if the sex is whack to a man, we'll still work it out. But if the sex is whack to some women, they might charge you to the game. The woman might be really into you, she's feeling you, and you might be a premature brother. You dig? I mean, hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we need to rectify that. I've had some premature experiences myself sometimes. I've had that in the past. Let's keep it 110. Sometimes players, y'all know how some of them things get to feeling real good up on you. You've been campaigning for it, and when you hit it, you get that third pump in there and you can't control yourself, you're like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you lose control. You dig what I'm saying? You straight up lose control, dude. So maybe your game is whack at the time. So, you got to make sure that you know how to put in work in that bedroom. So there is some self-realization that needs to take place. Now, let's get into number 4. The number 4 reason why the female will not call you back after a one-night stand. Maybe the female just wanted to have a one-night stand. It's that simple. Contrary to popular myth that women are very reserved about sex, there are a lot of women who just want to get their fuck on. Not that they want to do it with a whole bunch of people, not that they want to be slutty about it, not that they're trying to get any kind of revenge. Some women are sitting at home looking at dancing with the stars. They're sitting up chilling, eating some ice cream, and they think, you know what, I need me a hot dick right now. Let me call Tariq. Women think like that. Now, see, some women are embarrassed to acknowledge that, but there's some women that's OG with it. Like, look, nigga, what's up? And every now and then you'll meet a woman like that. You'll meet a woman who will get at you just for the sex. She's trying to get her some. There are a lot of women who are bold like that. I've had women step to me like that and just kind of throw me off my game. I had this one young lady, real cute chick, little square 9-to-5 chick back in the day. She called me up. She's like, yeah, let's hook up. When I get off work, I'm going to come to your house tomorrow. And I'm thinking, I might have to cupcake with her a little bit. I'm like, okay, we can go to the movies. She's like, no, we ain't got to do all that. I'm like, okay. So she come to the house and we make it do what it do. And right after we make it do what it do, she gets up like, okay, cool. All right, let me bounce. I got to go to work in the morning. Then she bounced. Now at first, when I wasn't used to that would kind of throw me off my game. I'm sitting up in the bed, with some footies on, singing Chaka Khan. I'm in the bed like this. Through the fire, through the limit, through the wall. Yeah, that'll fuck with a nigga. That'll mess with your ego. Yeah, that'll mess with your ego if you don't know how to handle it. But when I started to understand women and understand how women operate and understand a woman's needs, I could appreciate that. I had respect for that. The woman didn't front. She didn't come over to the crib acting like no Miss Goody Two Shoes. Like, hey, nigga, what's up, man? I'm going to come through and let me come on through, Tariq, and holler at you. I miss you. I ain't seen you in a long time. Let me come through. And after we do what we do, all right, let me go ahead and bounce. I can respect the hell out of that now. See, you have to grow into that player stage where you can respect that type of game, see? Now, let's get into number 5. The number 5 reason why women will not call men back after a sexual liaison, after a one-night stand. And this is the most common reason, people. The reason why a lot of women won't call back after a one-night stand is because she's suffering from PSTD. And there's a lot of women out there, ladies, some of y'all after a one-night stand, you suffer from PSTD. And you have to learn how to come to terms with your PSTD so you won't be all fucked up in the game. And fellas, you need to know how the thought patterns work with a woman with PSTD so your ego won't be crushed. And for those who don't know what PSTD means, that means post-stank-hole traumatic disorder. That's what PSTD means. A lot of women suffer from post-stank-hole traumatic disorder. When a woman has a one-night stand, she's getting freaky. She's doing her thing. And then the next morning, she wakes up like, oh, damn, what did I do last night? Oh, my God, I'm such a slut. That is so out of my character. Oh, my God, I shouldn't have done that. Ugh. And now they're trying to rectify everything, and they try to block things out, and they try to get rid of numbers and all this stuff like, oh, God, I'm such a slut. So they get into this traumatic disorder thing where they're trying to rectify what just happened because they don't want to feel like a hoe within themselves. So you're trying to call the woman you had a good time with, and now she done changed her number. And her whole swag is different. She done called and changed the music on the voicemail. You dig? She done put some gospel music on her voicemail and shit. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. You know how these women are. You meet them at the club and you tell her you're going to call after the club, and you call her phone and she got this kind of music on there. This is what you hear when you call her at the club. Hello, you just reached Quita. I can't answer my phone right now. I'm somewhere smoking a blunt. But leave your motherfucking name and your motherfucking number, and I'll call you back after I get through popping my pussy. You dig what I'm saying? So then, after you have a one-night stand with her, you hit that ass, and then you call her the next day, and you hear this on her voicemail. Praise the Lord. You reached Laquita. I'm not available to take your call at the moment. I'm somewhere giving the Lord the glory and praise that he deserves. But if you're so kind to leave a verbal message, I will call you back. And remember, all things are possible through Christ. So she done changed her whole swag up. You dig what I'm saying? So don't be thrown off by that type of game. Don't worry about those women who are suffering from PSTD. Anyway, people, that's been today's episode.